199 metres, comfortably the most metres made by any player on the field. Also,
is that the ladies' World Cup trophy? It seems. But this Addo-Carr, Josh Addo-Carr, he just creates so many chances. It's ridiculous.
I know you will have wanted to win that, but boy, your players have done you proud over the last few weeks.
Yes. Yeah, just disappointed with the result, but you know, couldn't be prouder of the effort, their courage and commitment to the cause. You know, they played against a champion team tonight, and we were just too good. We just ran out of troops in the end.
It's if buts and maybes, isn't it? But you were so good in that first sort of 10-15 minutes and just couldn't get over the line.
Yeah, no, we needed to, we just couldn't quite get close enough to put enough pressure on them throughout the game. But as I said, I'm really proud of this group and what they've done and what they've been able to do, and even their performance tonight. You know, they just kept trying right to the end.
It's not just about what they've done on the pitch, is it? I mean, what you have done for Samoa and for Samoan people around the world has been incredible. Yeah, it's been a fantastic journey, and you know, like, just like to thank all the Samoans all around the world that have supported this team, and we're so humbled and proud to be part of this Samoan team, and you know, to have so many support around the world. It's been incredible. You've been part of this journey for a fair few years. I mean, it's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, and it's been unbelievable. And you know, the support that we've got, you know, in England and in the UK, again, all around the world, it's been unbelievable. And you know, I'm so touched to be part of this team and to see how they've influenced a lot of people around the world.
And what next for this team? Because you'll hope this is just the beginning.
Yeah, look, I think everyone needs a good break now. It's been a tough tournament. None of these guys had a very, very tough year, so they'll go back to their clubs and regroup and get ready for another year of NRL, and then hopefully a calendar for the international game will kick on. You know, the tournament's been great. Obviously, you know, we need more games for the Pacific nations to thrive, and I think, you know, hopefully that'll happen.
So might we see you back here in the next couple of years?
Let's hope so.
Matt, thanks ever so much. Commiserations today, but well done on a great tournament.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great interview from Matt Parrish down on the touchline just below us at the moment. The Australian women have formed a guard of honour for the England men's wheelchair team as they go through, and they just, as you would if you and your mate had got a pint, they just clinked World Cups together as the wheelchair team came out. It is a real celebration down there at the moment, and there is one World Cup trophy still to be presented, which is the men's. The Australians are just gathering ready. The Samoans are just sitting on the turf at the moment, shattered, I would imagine, after the 4 or 5 weeks they have had. The match officials just getting their medals at the moment. There's a smattering of boos, and I think it's highly unfair on Ashley Klein in particular, who refereed the Australia-New Zealand semi-final as well, superbly. I don't think he did a lot wrong tonight, Boris. Touch judge spotting a 40-20 in the first half. Anyhow, we're ready for the players to get their medals. We can rejoin our commentary team and Dave Wood.
Well, there's all kinds of celebration, as you say, chappers, down on the field there. The England wheelchair team still looking unbelievingly at that World Cup that they have. Kangaroos waiting to get on, but it's going to be the Samoan players who come on first here to take their runners-up medals. It was a fairy tale.
Well done, boys, Samoa. Wow. Well done. Good fight. Good fight.
What a tournament for Samoa. You know, the history books will tell you they were beaten by 60 points to 6 in the opening game of the tournament, and they look wounded beyond recovery. 3 injuries to key players in that opening game, and yet they bounce back, and it will be one of sport's all-time great recoveries to lose the opening match of a tournament in such a way, and yet somehow find a way to regroup, refocus, and get yourself into a World Cup final. But we knew before we started that this was a world-class team. It's a question of whether they could deliver, and for the most part they have. We see Troy Grant, the chairman of the International Rugby League, the governing body of the international game. Chris Brindley, MBE, who's the chair of Rugby League World Cup 2021. And John Dutton, the chief
Lovely to see
executive.
people coming with their kids to receive the medal. Hopefully that gives them that encouragement for the future.
To take their medals.
Yeah, and the governor for Samoa coming through. He has a few kids. Busy man.
The NRL players get looked after very well. They'll have a long break now before they get themselves back in for pre-season next year, and they deserve a long break, especially those who were involved all the way up to a grand final with Penrith and Parramatta down under. It's been non-stop rugby league for 10, 11 months for a lot of those players. They'll be feeling the aches and the pains a little more than if they'd won. And these boys aren't feeling any aches and pains at the moment, they're just feeling glory.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I am biased, but everything that is great about this sport is on that pitch at the moment, in the past, the present and the future, really. The success of this tournament with the men's and the women's and the wheelchair champions all together on the same field. Samoa in the men's side breaking in to a final for the first time in their history, a new finalist, standing there on the pitch taking the applause of the crowd and the commiserations of their opponents. And then one of the best the game has ever seen, Jamie Peacock and Mal Meninka in the thick of it.
So Aussie men and Aussie women take the 2021 Rugby League World Cup, Old Trafford, Manchester, England, 2022 November 18.
Competition, just looking out from where we're sat now, I'd like to say the love and respect of Samoa, seeing them breaking to the final. Mal Meninka for me is just an absolute legend. You know, he's gone on and won a thing, and I think just seeing everybody out there together, it's really brought it home. You know, the message has been throughout this World Cup, the most diverse, the most inclusive World Cup. And now we're actually getting to see it with all three teams out there on the pitch, enjoying what they've been able to do for the last 6 weeks and win a World Cup.
And it's the first time we've seen all of those teams together. So we've spoken about how inclusive it is. But to see the Kangaroos, former Guard of Honour, as our wheelchair team pass through was really emotional. And then what you've got is the historical giants of Australia just proving what it takes to win big trophies. And I agree with you, Matt. I think the atmosphere for
we were worried, weren't we? We were worried, let's be honest.
It was not being here, we thought we could flatten things. It's the best atmosphere we've had at the World Cup. And it was almost a neutral fan base, which is, it says something about the attitude of the fans that turned up. Almost neutral. Almost.
I think 99.9% of this audience was supporting Samoa. But yeah, I can only reiterate it aimed to be the most inclusive World Cup of all time, and it certainly was. And here we can see the wheelchair team just rolling out there right now and walking out there, and they're all doing it on a level platform.
That's the English
they're all
team.
enjoying the success. The fans are all
Wheelchair
enjoying every single
winners.
one of these teams with the success that they've achieved
And the women.
in the past 6 weeks.
Kangaroos.
It took a while to stage manage this because every single one of the Australian women's players wanted to high-five Mal before they went and joined. It just says it all, really, about the legend of that man. And now the England team are joining them as well. And they are all together as some of the Australian men's players. There's James Tedesco congratulating the England team, Jack Brown.
I just think they've seen everything, which is unbelievable about our game today. You know, like, rugby league is such a special sport. You know, the inclusivity of it, the diversity, the respect. Kevin Sinfield coming on at half time, not only having 2 years old Samoans walking around the field there as well. Families there with them. I just love all this.
Well done, Samoa.
We're a sport
Come
built
back
on
from-
community. We build communities. You know, we've been part of the working class fabric of this country. Rugby league is part of our DNA in the north. But this has shown me an optimistic opportunity for the future of our game. The wheelchair game, the women's game, the men's game, all combined to grow the sport.
never has a picture of so much Australian celebration filming with so much pride.
I know exactly how you feel there.
I'm like, should I be enjoying this or not?
It burns the back of your eyeballs, doesn't it? But at the same time, it's rose tinted as well.
Hey, it doesn't burn the back of your eyeballs watching Seb Bashar and the team out there, does it?
No,
Because
exactly.
look, they've done our country proud. Maybe our other teams have not quite hit the mark or maybe just fell short. But it's a story of Australian prowess in the women's game and the men's game. And it's the embryonic start of what's a special story that's developing in front of our eyes, and that's the wheelchair game.
I can't see the French referee from last night at the moment. And whilst all of this is going on, and this is really important to mention as well, the Samoan men continue their lap of honour, and the crowd, I mean, there is a lot of the crowd that has stayed, and I think we've all been to enough of these things to know that a lot of the crowd disappear once the trophy has been lifted. But here in the South Stand at Old Trafford, it is still full, and there will be a lot of Samoan friends and family actually there, just showing their appreciation for their men.
That's why it's so important, International Rugby League, for these nations to see the best of Samoa, the best of Tonga, the best of Fiji, against the best in the world, which are Australia. You know, to James Tedesco on the screen there, he was just outstanding. He was head and shoulders above anyone playing on the pitch.
Stunning performance from James Tedesco. Stunning tournament from Josh Addo-Carr. Proud of his history and his heritage within the country of Australia itself, and the Aboriginal flag there.
Yes, the Aboriginal flag from Josh Addo-Carr. Wow.
And fans as well. It's one of those moments that you're glad
The
you were here to
Kangaroos.
support and here to watch. And I didn't think I'd be saying that. I didn't think I'd have enjoyed this afternoon as much as I have.
And do you know what? We're watching that where all the teams were together. You know, if you're a person thinking about joining rugby league, I think you think, do you know what? I can do it. I can play this sport regardless of where I'm from, regardless of who I am. This sport will give me an opportunity at some level to maybe play one day at Old Trafford in front of 70,000 people. I think that's a great picture and great
This is
message.
all happening in England, Old Trafford, Manchester.
There's touch rugby as well. There's a reason to get involved.
We're going to get some more reaction down pitch side, because Junior Paulo has been one of the stars of this tournament. He has given us so much of his time as well. He gave one of the interviews of the tournament after Samoa had beaten England in that semi-final at the Emirates, and I'm delighted to say he's with Tanya again now.
Junior, I know you'd rather have a gold medal than a silver one, but can you sum up what this experience, this World Cup, has been like for you and for your team?
Yeah, Paulo lava le sofu mawa, malani mama, on the mosi ivi inga de tua. It's been an emotional one. Walking off this field, I can definitely say that we're proud. Despite the scoreline, I can't imagine doing this journey without any other group of boys besides the ones that turned up today, or even the guys that were injured. It took everyone's contribution to get where we are today, and can't go past the support of our nation and our people. Part of the decision to put our hands up to represent our heritage was for our families, for our people, and for our country, and we can definitely walk away with our heads held high.
The support you've had in this stadium today, but all around the world, it must be incredible.
Yeah, it is. You know, we turned up today and all the fans turned up, and they're riding their journey with us as well. And credit to Australia for getting the lollies today. They deserved it. And, you know, I'm definitely proud of those guys as well. They've definitely faced some adversity as well. Saying that they weren't passionate about the jersey just as much, but I can definitely tell you that those guys are definitely passionate about wearing the green and gold, and so happy for them to win it, and happy about both teams, you know, turning up today.
The pride that you have has oozed out of you, as with the rest of the team. The emotion at that semi-final was incredible. What do you hope happens now?
I think we just get away from footy for a bit and we'll deal with it when we're back there. Like I said, it was always about representing our nation of heritage and building the international game, and I can certainly tell you after this World Cup, such a diverse World Cup, we can look forward to more international games, and whatever we do, I'm sure we can manage to find a way to fit more international games, because it's quite the spectacle of seeing everyone turn up.
Yeah, so subscribe. We want to see Samoa come back again in the future to win a cup, to win the Rugby League World Cup in the future. So Samoa, don't give up. Keep coming back strong. Australia are just like, they are legends, but you can do it. You can do it. So well done.
What a superstar he is, and what a great tournament.